Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of Lazy Short Dungeons where Pepijn
Hello.
and me, Willem-Jan,
Hello.
will make a dungeon. And what kind of dungeon will we be making this time, Pepijn?
What we're gonna make a dungeon about the theme Never Splits the Party.
And this theme is the theme of the one-page dungeon contest, which is running all through July. Who are we? Well, we are Pepijn and Willem-Jan. We are two people who have been playing Dungeons and Dragons for quite some time and who have been writing dungeons for
Quite some time.
sure. So, let's begin.
Absolutely.
Splitting a party, or never splitting a party, I guess. What are the things that come to your mind?
It's very hard in any D&D format or any tabletop RPG format to get all the minds thinking in the same direction.
Yeah.
Everyone has main character syndrome and wants to do their own fancy shit.
Yeah.
So every now and then, people will go in different directions if they cannot agree on a solution quick enough, and then they split up,
Yeah.
which is always a delight for a GM because then you can, screw someone over and try to get them back together
Yeah.
to fix it.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the first things that come to mind.
Screwing people over is the first thing that comes to your mind.
It also gives an opportunity to give some people information that you do not want to have in the whole party necessarily, and then they have value to contribute between each other. If some characters have information other characters do not have, they can use that in roleplay.
Okay. So the thing I was thinking of, never split the party, 3 things came to mind. The first one is, I think, obvious. How can we prevent people from splitting the party?
Yeah.
Because that's the theme, never split the party.
Yeah, you should not.
You should never split the party. But if we incentivize it by having a small area where you have to be, like for example, everything is dark, but there's one light, and if you want to be inside the light, you have to stick together. And you can have all kinds of things that kind of force you to stick together.
Yeah.
The other thing is splitting the party, forcing them to split. Like, have you played It Takes Two?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so It Takes Two splits the party all the time. The third thing is...
oh God, you're smiling.
Yeah, the third thing is splitting the party. So, for example, you are a fighter,
Yeah.
and if I cut you in half, you are now 2 fighters. You have been split.
So like some gelatinous cube,
Yeah,
like
like a human cell that multiplies.
oh God.
And having a dungeon revolving around the fact that you can split yourself. But, like the title suggests, you shouldn't.
No.
Because at a certain point, you have split yourself a few times, probably, for whatever reason. And there's an area of effect, and suddenly enormous amounts of damage. So, those are the 3 things I thought of.
Yeah, I thought mainly about the forcing them to split in a normal way. So having like a big house where there's all sorts of rooms, and if you go one room by one, it will take too much time.
Yeah,
so you could have like a timer effect to force them. However, you should never split the party. So you can have some traps lying around to split them up further, so they cannot get together anymore.
Yeah, I think if you want to split the party, you need a timer. That's the most natural way.
I do like the idea of splitting people though.
In half.
Yes.
I thought you might. It's your cup of tea.
It fits my sadistic nature.
Yeah. Okay. Another idea.
Yeah.
The opposite of having people physically split is
Merging them.
merging the whole party into one big blob.
Well,
or not.
no. This is an interesting idea. One of the toughest things to let your players do is actually collaborate. One of the hardest things as GM to sort of force to, but it's also a thing a lot of players struggle with. How to properly work together. And if there is all one blob together, you could pre-write a character that actually does that. I mean, if you say you all combine into one blob or one machine or one Power Ranger mecha suit, you instantly have a goal as well. To split up again into sentient beings. They gotta work together to break apart.
Okay, so 4 ideas.
Yeah.
Never splitting the party.
Yes.
Forcing the party to split. Splitting individuals of the party. Or merging them and having them want to split themselves. Yeah. Which speaks to you most?
I think the last one does.
The blob?
The blob does speak to me. The first one's also interesting, that there's sort of mechanics where you can force them to not split. But then the challenge becomes, how do you keep it engaging for everyone? And if you have rules for everyone pre-written, you make that a lot easier.
It's almost a different game though.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear is if you are a blob and you give everybody a card, or you can move left and you can move right.
Yeah, you
strip them.
Defining a lot of things.
You strip them of abilities instead of giving them new stuff to do.
Yes, this is true. So let's explore one of the other options. Forcing them to work together, like with a single light source. What's the reason why they then have to work together, and how do you manage that they won't get dominated by one player who just decides everything and the rest just follows?
So the easiest thing is to have an area of effect that you need in order to survive, at least the long term. So light's an example, warmth is an example, if you are very cold, if it's an ice palace, oxygen. Strip them of a basic need if they ever leave the area.
Fair enough.
And the area is transportable through, well, light is a torch, but everything could be a torch. It could be, warmth is a torch as well.
You can have an elevator somewhere. All of these things, they all scream claustrophobia.
Yeah.
In a way, because you are huddled up, so you could play with that. That it's not a nice thing to do.
Okay, so one of the big things is area of effect spells.
Yes.
You want to not huddle up in order to prevent them from hitting you hard.
Before you're getting fireballs and...
Yeah, exactly. You could also just chain everybody together, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Physically.
I mean, you could...
but then there's not really a choice.
No, you could have them do a prison break where they're stripped of their weapons and they're just chained together, and your chain is your utility.
You really like stripping people of their abilities.
Yeah, because the fewer abilities people have, the more creative they tend to be in using them.
So, people want to stick together.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of having it be
a choice.
Well, a choice in the sense that you can leave, but it has a negative consequence. So the warmth thing, you get cold. The darkness thing, the light thing that you cannot see outside of your limited outside of your area. And I think that also makes it easier for us, or at least for a DM or for whoever, to create some different kind of challenges. So people have a choice instead of being forced together.
Yeah, I mean, if you are in a group and you need to climb up a wall or something, a slippery wall, you could stand on each other's shoulders to get the first one up, the second even. But then two are left downstairs.
Yeah, and you have only one source of whatever.
Yeah, indeed.
We can get a lot of challenges there. I also think there can be some interesting combat situations where you do want people to either have trouble sticking together or have a reason to want to not stick together, to spread out over an area. What's the reason people want to stick together? What's the main mechanic we're building this whole dungeon around?
I like the idea of lights, but there's a lot of cheese in there.
Yeah, even magical darkness, which I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Magical darkness is also defeated by a few abilities.
Yeah, there's way too many abilities to cancel out deficiency of light.
Yeah, in that way, warmth is better because I don't really think
there's less.
Is there even? Yeah, you can make fire.
You can make fire, but most of those take up a spell slot.
Yeah,
or have like costs for it, resources.
And it's easier to say it's so cold right now that normal fires cannot. It's like a magical cold.
Indeed. So if you would like have some sort of a cantrip or a freebie that throws fire, you can say, well, it's not warm enough.
I think there's a lot of things to do with cold, like to work with. Because you have the dichotomy of cold versus warmth.
Mm-hmm.
Players want to stay warm, but inside the dungeon you can have a lot of cold or warmth related challenges.
The first thing that comes to mind when fighting warmth is a scenario like the Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where you can have a scene in a mall or a lot of things that are just completely ruined because they don't have a warmth source anymore. You can even just give them the warmth source, like an eternal flame, which you have to protect. Yeah. And other people will try to take that flame.
Exactly, that's a good idea. So, some kind of sacred flame, which is very valuable to the creatures.
Oh, absolutely. They might even need to get it somewhere, like in a furnace or in some sort of a heater where the eternal flame can heat up a building such that more people can survive there.
Yeah.
However, in a world without warmth, the most valuable asset is that flame.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people who try to take it from them and be like desperate for it, or even try to huddle in. A lot of
want to be part of the
just all trying to be part of it. So where are they now, and how did they get said sacred flame?
So I think sacred flame is part of the setup. They got it from whatever the quest giver is.
Indeed. And someone went full Elsa and let it go all over the place where that's all frozen up.
You are very proud. You seem proud. You seem proud, Pepijn.
I'm satisfied with that one.
Okay, I'm so happy for you.
Good.
Somebody else set up the place, and as always, it's fun to, as Elsa, not have it necessarily be a villain.
No, indeed.
But just be some kind of reaction to something. And people are in danger. You want to take the flame to help people.
Yeah. There could be a town that's completely frozen down now, and everyone.
We are talking about the dungeon.
Sorry, I'm not.
Scaling it down, Pepijn. Scaling it down.
So there's like a tavern, and they all just got inside the tavern. Outside is death. They need to do stuff in the tavern then, I guess.
You don't seem happy with the prospects of having it be a small area.
No, I like big areas and I cannot lie.
It works though. For one page, Pepijn, page.
For one page, it works.
But it doesn't even necessarily have to be a tavern in that sense. You could have it. We're going back to Elsa again. It could be an ice palace.
Yes, indeed.
Like the tavern being a part of the palace.
Oh yeah, and the sacred flame, of course, starts in Smith.
That's true. Yeah, the smith is the quest giver. Probably then.
Absolutely. And they will need to take this flame to the person who made this, the magical princess or something. It doesn't even need to be a princess.
No.
But if the flame reaches her, it will thaw her heart, and that will thaw the kingdom.
I think it's fun to have multiple places where people are stuck.
Yeah.
So you don't. It's not one place that you have to go to save everybody, but you kind of have to find people.
Yes.
Find people, save them. It could be fun to have everybody then clamp around the sacred flame.
Mm-hmm.
One solution is where you kind of make checkpoints yourself by there's a sacred torch that you can lit, and then the sacred fire is transported. Is well, you create a literal save point where you can set up a new source for the flame and have a new source of warmth. But those places shouldn't be movable. So it's a static place that is warm now as well.
Give them a part of your flame.
I'm not sure if you meant this, but if you say part of your flame, do you mean that the area of your own flame shrinks?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So you'll have to make choices. Where do you actually want a checkpoint? Maybe you can go back to a checkpoint, collect your part of that flame again, and move it somewhere else.
Yeah, that works. It's like a resource. 5 charges of fire, and you can.
Yeah, indeed. And if you already have used 4 charges, that flame is only warm enough to warm 4 people. So you cannot take other people along with you anymore.
And the area in which the area covered by the flame shrinks as well. So where once you could be 50 foot apart from each other, now you can only be 20 foot apart.
Yeah. All huddled up.
All huddled up. Never split.
I like this palace idea. I just have this vivid idea of a staircase, a round staircase, which is frozen up, so it's one giant slide now. There's no going up, there's just going down.
We now have the main mission, finding the people, getting them back safe, and maybe thawing the Ice Queen's heart. Where do we find the people? Like, what kind of people? We talked about a tavern, maybe.
Yes.
But if we have multiple groups of people, it's fun to have a few different places.
Absolutely. Classics are also libraries. The smith is the
starting location.
The starting location, absolutely.
The dance hall.
Oh yes. You can also add some slipperiness to the dance hall as well.
Yeah.
To have a little puzzle on how you get to certain places.
Or have a fight in the dance hall where everybody's sliding along all the way.
Nice. Where there's certain points on the dance hall where the tables are frozen to the ground where you can actually stop.
Yeah. It's like you cannot stop moving forward. And that, in combination with the fact that you have only one source of warmth.
Yeah. And if people get out of range of that, they will take damage every turn.
Yeah. So, if we are talking about ice, a Medusa-like person that instead of turning you to stone turns you to ice.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Like ice sculpture, having ice sculptures in some sort of garden. Maybe the Ice Queen herself does this.
I would really like it if we'd have some sort of a villain who actually likes that the place has become one big popsicle. Because that's someone who could not attack the players. No. She's going for the flame.
Yeah, attack the flame. In general, that's a chilling thought.
You seem too happy with that one.
Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna get a little bit Elsa this way, but an ice golem or a snow golem.
Fair enough.
That a living snow golem who once wants the ice to.
Sure, we can do some of that, just not enough that we get sued by Disney.
Yeah, I'll say instead of Elsa, Asley.
We should just refrain from having a comic relief character, Snow Man.
Oh, what a good idea! I'm writing it down.
No, you're not. Next thing you
Snowman.
know, there's gonna be a reindeer somewhere. What are other things that actually like the cold? I mean, snow golems like the cold.
Polar bears.
Polar bears love the cold.
Polar bear, and those guys are scary.
You can have a little zoo in your.
Oh, in my one-page dungeon, yeah.
No, there's
One page, Pepijn.
fair enough. So maybe in the dungeons then.
Yeah, exactly.
There could be a polar bear in the dungeon.
There could be polar bears in the dance hall. Those could be the enemies. Like, there's
Sure.
polar bears.
And with their claws, they can actually move around on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. You can have penguins huddle up as well. So
Yeah.
it's kind of we kind of have a penguin theme in there already.
They're already dressed for the party.
Oh my god, they are. Penguins and polar bears. Name a more iconic combination.
No,
Okay.
no, can't do it.
No, cannot.
Penguins and polar bears. Apart from the fact that,
Nope.
okay,
Snow foxes.
snow fox. Yes, you could do some snow foxes.
Okay, now it's all animal, real earth animal.
Yes, indeed. So there could also be like an ice elemental somewhere.
We have snow golem.
Yeah, snow golem is pretty much ice elemental.
I like snow golem is very close to just being a ice elemental. I'm gonna say / ice elemental. How about that one?
So we could have dungeon like cells, and then there's obviously the question: do you save those people as well?
I mean, some are probably the ones you want to save, but there are also those you don't necessarily want to.
Yeah,
There is a penguin in there.
there is a penguin in there.
Do we have kind of goblin-like creatures that are,
Penguinesque.
well, I meant snowy?
No, an ice dragon is not really a small thing.
You could say the kobolds of an ice dragon.
The kobolds of an ice dragon.
Ice kobolds.
That would work.
So, then we have some tactics or maybe puzzles. We have a
Mhm.
sacred flame. We have some place where you can light them and
Yes.
expend resources that way. I think it's also awesome to be able to cast fireball or something amazing with the thing, but it takes a charge.
Ooh.
So you have multiple uses from the sacred flame.
Fair enough. You can use it to create a small eternal fire to attack. In that way, you have the fact that fire can give life, fire can destroy, fire can also maybe thaw things out.
Yeah, like a door that you see the treasure behind the door.
Oh yeah.
There's only one way through, and that is using your sacred fire to get there.
Yeah.
But it's charged, so.
Yeah, you can have treasure, or you can have you can thaw the stairs if you'd like to.
It was a slide, and now you thaw it to make them as stairs again. Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll have to find another way to get up the tower. Well, good luck.
I also like maybe having a way to get some charges back if you kill certain monsters. So if you have killed the ice elemental, you can get one charge back.
Yeah, they could be guarding a small flame.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's because that's more. If you see the small flame, it's you lay the connection faster that you could just.
You need to collect the flames because right now your flame is not big enough yet to thaw out the princess.
Okay, you need the thawing threshold.
Yeah.
In order to save her. Can we do something else with heat?
You could light a cannon with it.
Oh.
The smith could even help you make stuff, but then he will need the fire to
that's nice.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe you could collect wood for him to burn in his furnace.
Increase the size of the flame.
Yeah. I like the idea more of having little sacred flames that add to the flame. That keeps it simpler.
It's simpler. It's immediately obvious if you see the smaller flame.
You could still have like resources and wood to give to the smith, so he can craft you items, help you get upstairs. That you have like a hot air balloon that you can use to rise to the top of your to the next
hot
floor.
air balloon. I like a hot air balloon. It's like an elevator.
Yeah, it is. That's how you get up. How do you get down? There's a slide. Obviously, the hot air balloon is not big enough for everyone. So just like 2, they'll have to think to solve it. I think we have a lot of environmental stuff now already. We have some enemies, the penguins and the polar bears and the ice elementals. We have the goal of the defawing. Just the falling of the princess. That's a main goal. Do we need a reason why she's so frozen up?
I'm not sure if we need to.
No.
It's not the most important part. I would even say she froze up herself.
Maybe she even was just practicing spells.
Yeah.
She got a spell book from her pet polar bear. And in that spell book was a devious spell that would actually freeze up the country and freeze up the palace.
Sounds like a powerful item to give to a few players.
You could say that the freezing effect ends if you destroy that scroll.
Yeah.
You need to burn it with the sacred flame or something like that.
It's nice. It's a nice picture.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a few locations already. Library, tavern, but so the smith and the dance hall.
Yes.
Those are, I think, those are kind of, they have a purpose within the whole story. The tavern and the library
do not.
Okay, we have a tower actually. You mentioned the tower at least twice.
Yes, with the slide, which is an obstacle to get through.
But also on top of the tower is maybe
the princess.
The princess.
Oh yeah.
The Ice Queen.
Where she found the scroll. The polar bear told her, "Oh, up there's a scroll. So powerful. I know you always wanted to do magic, dear queen. But that spell is too dangerous for you." Yet she climbed, and exhausted, she came to the top of the tower, sounding like Sabrina Carpenter. She took the spell scroll, and she was like, "Freeze, motherfucker."
Is that the voice of Sabrina Carpenter?
No, she's just panting all the time, so she always sounds like she has just run up a couple of stairs.
Okay. Then I will laugh. It's a funny anecdote.
That's a fucking pity laugh if I've ever heard one.
It certainly was.
Yes. So you could do stable.
I like stable because we have a purpose for the snow foxes.
There could be snow foxes.
The polar bears ride.
The polar bears ride snow foxes.
Well, nobody can really ride the snow foxes. The ice kobolds could ride the snow foxes.
The ice kobolds could ride polar bears.
Would the polar bears let the ice kobolds ride them?
I guess.
When you did your polar bear bit,
oh yeah, it was a polar bear.
I did really like. I saw like a polar bear with a monocle and a top hat.
Yeah,
Queen, please join me at the tower. Oh no, wait, go alone to the tower.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, that's fucking glorious.
It's such a nice image.
Yeah,
and of course there's an ice elemental, but it's like a subordinate.
Yeah, it's the polar bear is on the top of this chain. Yeah,
exactly.
So he will not be ridden.
He will not be ridden. He will get rid of anyone riding him.
Good riddance. So there's snow foxes, and the kobolds can ride snow foxes.
Okay, so that makes the kobolds, and the kobolds are kind of the servants, but also snow foxes, stables. I like it.
The penguins are in the ballroom. They also like sliding around.
That's true.
And they are already dressed for the part.
That's also true. Ice
Do
locations.
you need more locations than this?
Well, I'm kind of ignoring tavern and library for now.
Yes, absolutely, you should. They're not that interesting.
No, but an ice bar.
Oh, an ice bar works. Serving beer on the rocks.
Bear on the rocks.
Ah! That's decent. I think the main thing we need right now, we got plenty of locations. And you could still say that every one of those locations has a part of the flame. And they're all being used in different ways. In the ice bar, they're using that flame to melt the drinks so they actually can serve them. In the ballroom, they use the flame because there's a chandelier on top which lights up the place and the penguins. Wow, that's a fucking good light up there. In the dungeon at the cells, they are using the flame to
Torture.
to mark people.
Mark, yeah.
And torture them pretty much.
Tower is flameless because it's the last location.
Tower
and it's
is
where
flameless indeed. And the stables have flame for... So in the stable they could have a light which they are using to read. The kobolds, they love...
What a good idea.
The kobolds love reading. So we have one piece of the flame for reading, we have one piece of flame for thawing out the drinks in the bar, one being used as a chandelier in the ballroom, and all put together they will have enough heat for like the balloon to reach up to the top of the tower. All right. The thing I'm still missing is like items.
Yeah, we have a very nice item in the Sacred Flame.
Yes, and so we could say it's your main resource. So we'll just have to define things you can do with it.
Yeah.
Instead of giving them different items, giving them different things they can use their main resource for, like the balloon.
Yeah, the casting fireballs.
We can give them a cannon. So we have two items.
We have two items now.
They are using the flame in the cells to mark people with, to brand them.
Brand, of course.
Yeah. I do not know yet what the use of that would be. Write something somewhere.
It could just be a weapon that deals fire damage, additional fire damage.
Oh, that's fine as well. Yeah.
We can have it's not everything has to be smart and
no. Sometimes.
What I also like as an additional solution in case they used every bit of their Sacred Flame for some reason, have climbing hooks like those ice hooks.
Oh yeah. Climbing hooks, or they could persuade a polar bear in the ice bar to help them up because he has the claws to actually climb up the stairs.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I like the...
He could even tell them about his evil brother, who is...
They can just...
undistinguishable, except for that he has a monocle. Oh, he's...
like a drawn mustache.
A drawn mustache. No, he just has the monocle, and if the monocle falls off, you cannot see which one. I like the mustache.
I can draw mustaches.
You have a mustache.
That's why I can draw them. You can only. Did you know you can only draw a mustache if you have one? Have you ever tried drawing a mustache without having one?
I have tried drawing a mustache, but I automatically also draw a beard.
Yeah, but that's.
That makes sense now.
It's crazy. It's a. Listeners, try it at home and say it in the comments if it works.
You must try.
I must ask you to try. Cannon, climbing hooks.
Yeah. Cannon, climbing hooks.
Where the Sacred Flame
the balloon, and the brand.
Oh yeah,
stick.
brand.
The branding stick.
Branding stick.
So, what's an item that you can have at the bar? Some sort of a glass.
Magnifying glass.
They're gonna try to take the Sacred Flame and use the magnifying glass to burn something. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah. We have a lot of shit.
We do have a lot of shit.
I think we have enough shit.
We do have enough shit.
No. Why are we here? How did we get here? What's the hook?
Ooh, how did we get here? There could be a ball.
Oh, I like the ball.
It could even mean that the polar bear is not usually around the queen, but he has come from the poles to visit the queen as well on this ball, and then persuaded her to do these things.
To do the things. Okay, I like the ball.
They could have been outside when the freezing happened, and they fled into the palace.
It's like you're just walking on the street with your party, and suddenly you look left, you see a palace there, and it erupts in ice. So that's just a visual cue.
Yeah, that works too.
Seeing. I want one more reason.
It can have gotten a written letter from the smith asking them for help.
Either that, or the polar bear sent them a letter asking them to move a block of ice from the tower away, as far away as possible.
I love it. I have this big chunk of ice, and it's not aesthetic, it's not feng shui.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
It's ruining the sight. Okay. You want to do a recap?
Let's do a recap. Never split the party. What's the thing that we could use to never split the party? That's the sacred flame. There's a frozen palace, and the sacred flame is the only thing that will keep our adventurers alive. However, this sacred flame is also the way how they can traverse this magical palace, who is frozen in time and in ice. They will need to get rid of the magical scroll that has frozen this palace over, and they will need to get there through means of using that flame. It's a constant struggle in trying to find new pieces of sacred flame to add to their already hot sacred torch, and eventually they'll need to overcome a polar bear.
Well, I think that was a beautiful explanation of this dungeon. Pepijn, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Willem-Jan, for hosting.
Yeah, well, no problem. The dungeon, dear listeners, will be in the description of whatever platform you are listening to. There you can also find a link to our newsletter. Certainly, if you subscribe to the newsletter, you get every new dungeon we publish, every new podcast we make, and every new blog post we post.
Yes,
under the sun. Share this with your friends. Let everybody know how to make dungeons. Thank you for listening to Lazy Short Dungeons, and we hope to see you next time, which will be in a month or two. Bye.